I don't know, you guys. Okay, I gave him until 2:07. Can you guys hear me and see me? Let me know if you can hear me or see me in the chat. Say if you can hear me or see me. Yes, Bert Pineapple says yes. Okay, I have no idea where Alex is. He's not answering messages or anything, and he's in UK. He's in England, so what do I do? I can't fly over there. I don't know. He must have something happening. So I decided, since I was having so much fun listening or watching the comments flying by, is I am going to talk to you guys. And then I'll just change the thumbnail afterwards. I am on his channel right now, but it's streaming on both of our channels. So anyway, I'm on his StreamYard. I don't know where he is. So I'm going to start at the top of the comments, and I'm going to start talking to you guys. Okay? So, because I don't want to talk about the events without him. All right. So, Apostate Alex, are you there? That's what we want to know. Not right now is the answer. Um, okay. So, always here. Like the second I put up a video, this uh, Davlin 88. Howdy, howdy, howdy. They're always there and always first to comment. So I appreciate you always being there. Happy Puffin. Thank you for being here. Um, so we got Lynn Banahan from Texas. It's a gorgeous day there. Yeah, it's gorgeous here in Florida as well right now. Okay, so Free New Project of Farsick says, good morning, everyone. So good morning. That means that you are probably on the West Coast, right? I don't know, but you're not on the East Coast and you're not in England. So let's see. And you're saying hello to Apostate Alex. Well, he's not here, so he doesn't get to hear it. um, oh, Peace Dog is here. Thank you. Okay, and this is Victoria Hall. Hi from Kokomo, Indiana. Wonderful. Lisa Gillespie is here. Liz Ferris in the house, here for the team. Awesome. Let's see. Well, if I keep this window open, I will hear when you start speaking. Smart, eh? Very smart. Well, I hope that this is okay for you. I've never had this happen. I don't know what happened. I hope he's okay. So let's see. Sweet Liberty. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Ron, hi, everyone. Oh, we've got Marilyn in the house. Hello, everyone. I don't know what you mean. I mean, hi, Alex. It looks like it's just us for now. Well, it's just us, that's for sure. Let's see. Run, Alex, run. Where is he? Where is he at that he needs to be running to this place here? Don't know. This is what I had to say to him. He's late for muster. Well, it depends on, what was going on in the organization. If you were late for muster, there were certain penalties. So y'all can decide what penalties that we're going to inflict if he shows up. And if he doesn't, then this is just going to be between, a Sunday together with friends. So, all right. Let's see. People are saying hi to me. I say hi back. Alex is in trouble. Yes, he is. Send him to, what's the tower? Send him to the tower. What does that mean? It doesn't sound fun, though. That's for sure. Yeah, somebody said hello from Dick Scobie Field, Clearwater, Washington. Well, so that's Auburn, and that is where I grew up. And the Dick Scobie Field was very close to where I lived. My uncle was Dick Scobie, the astronaut that blew up in the Challenger, which most people know if you are from my site, from my channel. But if you're from Alex's channel, you might not know. The Challenger went up in 1986 with a school teacher on it. The commander of that flight was Dick Scobie. He was my uncle. And unfortunately, it blew up on takeoff. 13 seconds after takeoff with 7 astronauts on there. And, one of the things that we're very proud of is, my family, my aunt, which was his wife, started Challenger centers around the whole nation, and, currently, they're expanding them and also opening new ones, and, I'm working with a team that is installing all of the audiovisual for them, and it's awesome to continue the legacy of my family. And it teaches new youth, about science and technology, and it simulates the space shuttle. It's really a fun thing. So, thank you for saying that. Um, Lauren, hello. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Overboard. Candy's life. Overboard. That is unacceptable to be late to muster, right? Yeah, overboard. Oh my god. What we used to do at the int base? I mean, I never got thrown in. I threw one p had one person thrown in one time, and I totally regret it. They cut their foot when they got thrown in, but we had this, lake down on the property, and, and plus that person that I did throw in is out, so I'm really happy about that. Anyway, um, it was not a nice lake. It wasn't like a lake to go swimming in or something like that. It was a lake that was gross, and, it didn't matter what time of year, what time of day or night, if somebody was being punished, they were taken down to the lake and thrown in just in whatever you were wearing, your uniform and your shoes and everything. Some people took their shoes off, some people didn't and cut their feet. But anyway, no, I don't think I'll do an overboard for Alex. Well, some people in England, like Mike Rinder and the top executives who were there who would come and speak at events, they would, get thrown in the lake in England in the wintertime. Isn't it frozen over? I mean, Mike told me it was freezing cold, and it's totally torture, but anyway, there's Scientology for you, a total cult. Oh, the Tower of London, send him to the Tower of London. I got that now, Steve, thank you. Um, Start without him, I am. Yep, let's see. I'm sure there's a ton of comments. I'm, like, way up at the beginning here still, so give me a second. I love this door handle. I'm running a KR at Alex for being late. I'm gonna write a KR. Knowledge report. Oh, assign a condition and make him do amends. At least, he won't have to lick a bathroom floor, right? That's another thing that somebody was made to do. Marking a Nelson. I put it on my channel. It's from a testimony from Debbie Cook, who was in charge of the Flag Land Base, and she was sued by Scientology because she violated her non-disclosure bond or documents, and, that was a mistake for Scientology, and it was good for us because she was then able to get on the stand and say what actually went on behind closed doors, and she couldn't be shut up, and it was forever in the records, and I've got her testimony on my, YouTube channel, and, in that testimony, she talks about how Mark Inge Nelson voiced the fact that he didn't think it was okay that the top executives of Scientology were being locked up and how they were being treated. And because he said that, he was beat for like 3 hours and then made for a half an hour to lick a public bathroom floor. He's out too, but he's not speaking out. I think he's still a Scientologist, but luckily he is out, and I would love for him to come forward. It's probably too traumatic, I don't know, but anyway, he has a family now. He even had 2 little baby girls. I think it was both of them were girls. Anyway, I was happy to see that. I wish people would all speak out, but I know it's hard for many people to do. It's hard for me, but I do it anyway. Anyway, I wanted to show you this little banner, which says, "Please subscribe to Amy at Queen BSP but don't subscribe to Alex." No. And Alex at Apostate Alex to help continued exposure of the Scientology cult. I wanted to say that because there's going to be people who are just on Alex's channel that haven't seen my channel before. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, I expose Scientology. It's at Queen Bee SP. And then, of course, if you're from my channel and haven't subscribed to Alex, please do so. He just got more than 10,000 subscribers. So I'm really happy for that he um, has achieved that. And I recently achieved that myself. And it's really good because it just helps us to continue to expose Scientology and gives us encouragement and support. And you guys all have fantastic, fantastic messages to us and support. It's crazy. I can't even explain it enough. And for anyone who doesn't know who I am, because you might be an English person on Alex's site and he's not here, so I get to tell you about me. I'll tell you just a little overview, which is, so I got in Scientology when I was 14 years old and quit school, joined staff, and joined the Sea Org 2 years later, right after my 16th birthday. It was probably a year and a half later, right after my 16th birthday, and I joined the Sea Organization. And then I went to, first I went to do basics in Los Angeles, then they sent me to Copenhagen, Denmark at 16 years old. There's a lot of stories in between all this. And then I went to Flag and in Clearwater, and then I went to Los Angeles, and then I went up lines, and I went to international management in 1983, and I was there until 2003. So that was I was going to say home, but it was my prison camp for 20 years. I went to the Rehabilitation Project Force 4 times during that whole time that I was in the Sea Organization, and I finally escaped in March of 2005 with my current husband, Matt Pesh, who was not my husband at the time, but we escaped together and got married within 2 weeks after leaving, after finding each other. It's all a huge story, but anyway, there's a little overview. And while I was at the INT base for 20 years, I held many different positions, but for the most of the time, I was in the Watchdog Committee, which is responsible for sectors of Scientology. For 10 years, Celebrity Center was my responsibility, as well as the Scientology sector, the Sea Org sector, Gold. I was the Watchdog Committee member for Golden Era Studios, and that was like, painful. And Applied Scholastic, let's see, ABLE, which is over Applied Scholastics, Criminon, Narconon, and the Way to Happiness Foundation. Anyway, I did all of those positions, up and down, wearing commander stripes one day and a black boiler suit the next day. Okay, what else do you say here? I love this. Door handle. I'm already halfway through my KR. When, what, where? Time, place, form, and event. Get it all in there. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's 20 minutes late. Let's see. I just harassed Alex over on his channel. Okay, good. Excellent. Do it. Maybe he's finally sleeping. He's been up for very late no, he wouldn't be sleeping. I mean, he even sent me a message saying, I'll see you at 1:30, which was, half an hour beforehand so that we could just coordinate and stuff. And I was there waiting for half an hour. Didn't show up. So anyway, I don't know what's going on. Send him to the rehabilitation. I don't know. He's never been to the Rehabilitation Project Force, so it would be a new experience. We can also COMF him, send, committee of evidence. We have evidence. People take pictures of the time on here and forward it to me, and we'll include it on the bill of particulars. On fire, what is this? Says, on fire overboards me for being late at Amy Scobie. It's funny. Okay. So now I'm up to the point where I asked you if I should start the stream. So boy, I guess I'm behind on comments here, but this is fun. I like seeing everything that you guys are saying. Yes, go live anyway. You got this, Amy. Okay. Open the stream up. So I don't know how to do that. Open up the stream for anyone who wants to hop on. I don't know how to do that. It's on Alex's channel. So, but I'm here with all of you and showing all of your comments. Thank you. Thank you. Christine McAdams. We're here for you, Amy. Thank you. You're helping me because this is kind of nerve-wracking, actually. Let's see. What does this say? It says door handle. Yeah, make sure to add in TR0 bull bait for the pink sheet. Yes, he's obviously nervous. He can't confront. He suddenly realized, oh my God, I can't do it. I don't know. He needs to do some TRs, right? Okay. I don't know. It does worry me because we were both looking forward to it. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna fill the time until we can find out what it is. Anyway, he's got some splaining to do. Let's see. Yes, Sweet Liberty says, Liz Ferris, too much fun yesterday when you made Amy laugh so hard. There was a couple times when I was laughing so hard. Every time I laugh, tears just flow out of my eyes. So, yeah, I got tissue boxes in every room in the house because Matt makes me laugh all the time. Um, okay, Steve, you got the job. You're going to be the ethics officer. Good. You love it when she cracks up. It's not hard to make me laugh, but sometimes it's like uncontrollable, and then I have a hard time stopping. It's funny. You know who makes me laugh so much? Okay, my husband number one, but Mark Headley. I don't know what it is about his humor, but somehow, and I do jobs with him too, and it's nonstop. It's just nonstop. He's so funny. Anyway, yep, you would hop on if you knew how. I'm sorry, I don't know how to have you do that, but here, I'll put you there. And any comments that you say, I'll be interested in seeing what that is. Um, so Ron says, writing it up in my KR that I think he needs to do tears here will wait and make amends to the group. Amends. Do you know how many times? You're always okay, now the tears are going again because it cracks me up, this amends thing. You're always in trouble. As a Scientologist or a Sea Org member, you're always in trouble, and you're always doing amends, and you're getting creative about thinking about things of what you can do to make amends to the group. I mean, you're there full time, around the clock, working your guts out. What the hell? I'm not doing amends. That is my amends. Ugh, anyway, it's such a stupid thing. Thank you, Peace Dog. Yes, it was lovely to be on a stream with Liz yesterday, and we had a good time talking about Celebrity Center and some of the things that went on behind the scenes at Celebrity Center. And, you know, so many things I wish that I did better than, taking care of people. I saw a comment in my when you can write a comment afterwards of one of the people. Let me see if I can look at what her name is because I don't want to just say one of the people. She used to be a Sea Org member, and uh, it was somebody in the galley who had a real bad physical problem, um, and he was a cook, and he just put his foot up as he was cooking for the entire crew. Um, and I think her name is Amber, and I just want to make sure that. And yeah, Amber Venice, she said, so I left CC about a year before Liz and Nora got there. When I worked there, I started working in the course room with Sonny and Justin Farmer. Then I guess because I used to volunteer in the kitchen when CC was being renovated, they moved me back in the kitchen. Fun fact, or not so fun fact, the cook that cooked everybody's food there, except for the hotel food, had MRSA really bad in his leg. He always had to hold his leg up in the air when he cooked because it hurt so bad. Um, so right after he was done cooking dinner, he would go home every night, and sometimes there wasn't enough food that he made, so she would cook it and then not never tell him that there was ever a problem because she wanted him to be able to recover. But apparently, whatever he had was hugely contagious and painful. I didn't know about it, but I never checked into it. So things like that make me upset because I hate that. I hate that so bad. He's apparently passed away now. He deserved to have a proper life and not be in pain and have people actually have care and compassion for him. And I was in a position to be able to do something for him, but I never asked. I never checked. I didn't know about it, and I could have found out. Anyway, so just have to say it because it's on my heart. Let's see. Liz and Amy need to do more lives together. I am so open to it. I love her, and I really want to get Bob out. If you want to see me get outraged, it's the breaking up of families. It really is. I mean, it's what got me started on speaking out because they did um, such a bad disconnection in my family with my mom, and it caused her almost to be suicidal, um, and ripped her heart out, and they were interrogating her on the e-meter to find out anything that was going on with me because they're just such scumbags, and then Tom Davis gets on CNN and says there's no such thing as disconnection in Scientology, they're such liars. Just pissed. It just made me like, "Okay, that's it. War's on. It's it. You guys are just such criminal liars and destructive." Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about it like that because it gets me so mad. It is what fires me up to help people like Liz and Lara FM and anyone who has a family member that's still in, and the disconnection policy destroying their lives. And I did get my mom back before she passed, thank God, and I did get her husband out of Scientology. Um, and that was a thing in itself, and I'm writing about that because it's important for people to know what was done successfully to get somebody out, who was very much in. And also, right now, I still have my brother-in-law, Scott Pesh, still in Scientology, with his wife and kid, and, my husband brings it up all the time. They're brothers. They would work together, they loved being together, they were brothers, tight, and I have never met him, and I've been married to Matt for 18 years. Um, he's never spoken to the family, he didn't even speak to his mom and dad before they died because they spoke to Matt. They were connected to Matt. Anyway, so there's still disconnection in my family, so I'm gonna still fight. And I'm gonna continue to fight until the disconnection policy is canceled publicly and every single person is able to reunite with their family. I have more demands too, but that one will be the start. Okay, let's see what else you guys are talking about. Come tell us some funny stories about Matt. Good mood boosters. Oh, he's got stories. So anyway, he's writing a book right now, and his stories, and he's just on fire writing it, like, it's all of a sudden, it's just, like, flowing out of him, so, yeah, do it, do it, do it, and, uh, it's gonna be really something because, he has this kind of motto or saying that he says all the time, "With Scientology, it's always worse than you think," um, because, there's definitely funny stories, um, but there's also, like, the degrees that someone or an organization will go to get their way, um, because they think that they're saving the planet and that it's the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics. And, anyway, it's really steep. It's really, really, really severe. But anyway, but he's got lots of fun stories and, things that are very revealing, and so when his book is done, it's gonna be, like, flying off the shelf, I know, because, he tells it like it is. It's gonna be really something else. I encourage him to get it done fast, and then we have to get it edited and produced and all this kinda stuff, but I'm gonna put it out myself as I have my little, publishing Scobie Publishing, I did my own book, and I did it that way, instead of finding a publisher because when I did it, Scientology was intimidating publishers big time who would refuse to take it because Scientology is so litigious, and, you know, I was just thinking, I wonder if Alex thinks this is supposed to be a different day. I don't know. He set the time. This is his appointment. Anyway, oh, I don't know where he is. Um, but so yeah, I started I had to figure it out. I was like, okay, I'm going to start a publishing company because I'm not going to be stopped by Scientology, and I'm going to get my story out. And I did. And I published it and I figured it out, everything that had to be done in order to do it. And so I still have my little publishing company. So I'll use it to get Matt's book done and my second book done. And we'll go from there. It'd be nice to have a huge publisher want that kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter to me really. What matters to me is for people to hear the story and for me to be able to heal while writing it. So, yes, I'm gonna keep looking at what you guys are saying. I do have stories about Matt though, and if I have some more downtime, I will um, tell you some. So he says, "Okay, so everyone from hello from Pennsylvania. Um, get on. Let's see. I'm loud and clear. You can't hear or see. What? I can't hear or see you, Amy? That must have been at the beginning. Good evening from Scotland. I'm still way up in the chat, so I'm coming down. I'm coming down. Yes, we hear you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, looks good. You look and sound great. Thank you. Thank you so much. All these people who said that. I'm here from Pennsylvania and can hear and see you. Okay. So we need to get creative on more what we're gonna do with Alex. I bet he's sleeping. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Uh oh, somebody's watching from the country of Panama. Nice. Did I sing? When did I sing? I used to really love to sing. Elvis was my total idol. I loved anything Elvis since I was a little kid, and, even though he wasn't even as big, when I was a little kid, he was my favorite. I tried to learn all his songs and all the words to his songs, sing like him, dance like him. I would put on little concerts, and I would be dancing up and down on the picnic bench, singing Elvis. I went to, Graceland, that was fun. Of course, I met, Lisa Marie and Priscilla, that was kind of fun because it was a connection to Elvis, and I went to Elvis impersonation, concerts and stuff like that, and I got this red scarf from one of them. It was so funny when I hear so I go down so it's a concert with an Elvis impersonator. He was a good one though, and I'm really picky. And so I go down the center aisle because I wanted to get up close to see if I could get a scarf. He was wearing this long red scarf. And so, so I'm down there, because there's like seating over here, and then there's a middle aisle. So I go all the way down the middle aisle and I crouch down. So I'm not like standing up and being too obvious, right? So I'm crouching down and then he notices me and he starts, like, singing to me, right? And he comes over to me and starts singing to me, and what happened was here I go. I couldn't get up. He says, "Aren't you gonna get up?" And my legs were, like, frozen, and I had to kind of fall down in order to, like, make myself get up. Oh, my senior body was starting to get old, I guess, by that time, but I was, like, frozen, and, of course, everybody's watching. He gave me the red scarf. Oh, Sacramento, California. Hello, hello. Yeah, Dorando says, "I just spoke to him, he's in the middle of an ethics interview for being" those can go on a long time, those ethics interviews. So, especially if they're on the e-meter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for that, Jody. Thank you. How am I? I am okay. I am okay. I'm doing a diet. Um, yeah, because I got physical things all going on and everything like that. So, this "how are you" question, that could lead to all kinds of stuff. Um, but yeah, I joined with, several people are doing lose weight for Steve-O because Steve-O he's got a physical thing going on. And so a bunch of people are in support of him, and I'm going to support that too. Um, you know, so much love. this community is great and rallies around each other, so I want to show support in any way I can. Alex, the queen is taking over. Yeah, this is gonna be on your channel. You can delete it if you want. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's see. Maine. Hello, hello. This person says, people keep commenting on this. Amy, you must have a large closet. I've not seen you wear the same blouse twice, my friend. Yeah, well, I do. I do. I have too much. And what it is it's not so when I took care of my mother-in-law in hospice, of course, she's the same size as me. So her daughters said, "Anything you want in the closet, you can have." And she had like, a lot of stuff. So I just took, I didn't try to take much, but I took some nice stuff, and it was very kind of them. And it was just going to go to Goodwill if I didn't. And so I got some, and she was, she shopped like crazy all over the world from her travels, and it's just fun. It's fun stuff. And then her daughter she was going to give like practically half a truckload to Goodwill, and she asked me before I do that, "Do you want to see if anything fits you?" So I got a lot of stuff there, and anyway, and then I have my own, but it's kind of fun. I enjoy it. It's one thing. I didn't have any clothes when I was in Scientology. If I had to dress up, I had to borrow something, and all I had was the same uniform every single day of my life. I didn't have my own identity, and so it's fun to be able to put on something that I think is pretty. Boy, I don't know why I suddenly got choked up saying that, but question. Oh, now this is gonna get me choked up. Um, okay, now we're gonna have a cry fest? No, I gotta go on to different questions here. Um, will you be fostering more dogs? No, and I only say it like that is because somebody was asking us about our bucket list. And one thing that's on our bucket list, my husband's 66 years old, I'm 60, and we've worked our butts off since we left Scientology because we left with not a penny. Well, a dollar. I had $150 and I spent it on getting my hair done to start the world over, and in our 40s, and we had to start at a dead run. And anyway, when we were talking about, somebody asked us about a bucket list, and so after the stream where that was asked, we talked about it, because we never really thought about it, because we never, just kind of settle down for a minute and say, what do we want to do with the rest of our lives? Now that we can take a breath, we've made money, we own our house in full, like, so now what do we want to do? And we want to travel. We want to travel and see places that we've never seen before, and things like that. And the other thing is like, okay, so I want to make sure that people understand, my heart goes with my doggies, but I gave them the best homes imaginable. And I got videos of like Mango he has a backyard now. I have a tiny little place with no yard, and anyway, it's not the ideal scene. But I rescued him and got him back to health, and got him a home. And they sent me this video of this like 3-year-old grandson out in the yard with Mango chasing each other, he was laughing so hard, and I just started bawling. I wanted so much for Mango. And the home that Kiwi went to, I mean, it couldn't be more ideal. And Kiwi was going to die, and I um, spent a lot of money and got him totally nursed to health. He could barely use his back legs and stuff like that when I got him, but he was fully healthy and beautiful and went to his forever home. I mean, I rescued dogs before, like one Rusty. I called him Rusty because I got him from the pound, and he had been brought back to the pound several times, like at least 3 times from families that couldn't deal with him, and they brought him back, and so I took him in, and it was a challenge. It was a big challenge. He had every issue you could imagine, and he had, anxiety attacks, if I was out of his sight, and so Matt had to come with me. I was doing funeral services like 3 or 4 a week type of thing, and so Matt had to come with me, with Rusty, and I called him Rusty because he was orange from being in kennels and all this stuff, like, and, anyway, and he had to be positioned where I'm speaking at the podium, Rusty could see me because otherwise he would just it was terrible. But anyway, we got through all of that. I taught him how to walk on a leash because he just could not. He was just like a mess. But anyway, and we got him a home with another dog that he loved and retired people that had a big yard and that were there all the time. And I always wanted like, when I got these all of the I've adopted, like, 8 dogs and rehomed them, over time. One that I got was, RV, and I, kept him for the entire 14 years of his life. But all the other, dogs that I had, I would, take them in and do love bomb them, and they filled my heart, and then get them a home that was perfect for them. That, um, you know, I call that fostering. Some people don't call that fostering, and I realized when people are saying, "Oh, I didn't realize they weren't yours," and I'm like, "Oh, they were mine. They were mine." But, you know, um, I don't know. I mean, the definition of foster, is like, yeah, I was their middle mom, I guess. But anyway, I love them so much, and all my dogs, I love them all so much, and they're in a better situation, big time, and I got them out of a bad, bad situation, both of all of them, and, there you go. I just went on a roll for, like, a half an hour on that question. I cried so hard, but anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I love them, and all of them, they're local too, so I get updates all the time and everything, so hello from Israel. Take care there for sure. So much love to you. Um, let's see. I really have the feeling that Alex isn't coming, so I don't know, you know, this is just gonna be a random I'll change the thumbnail of this thing to random talk about random things. Listen to Amy ramble. Uh, I wasn't expecting to have to just ramble, but it's nice with you having all of these, nice comments and everything like that. We even have people from Australia in here. Nice. It's 7 PM in the UK. I think it's 7:45 now in the UK. Um, why am I a detective? I don't know why I'm a detective, but yeah. It's really funny. I always kind of thought I would love to be an investigator because I all these, police shows and everything, and I think, "Oh, I could interrogate somebody and I can get an answer." I don't know, and I could also pull a string and find out why behind things and stuff. I always thought that, but, I had a different calling, I guess, but I think it's fun. Yes, stay safe, Ron. We're thinking of you guys in Israel, that's for sure. Well, thank you. That just ask your questions and I'll answer. Brooklyn, New York. Is it cold? Glasgow, Scotland. I one day I'm going to Scotland. That's on my bucket list. Ireland and Scotland is on my bucket list. I really, really, really wanna go. I'm so drawn to it. One of the TV series we just finished watching through season 7, and I don't know, I'm sure there's more based on how season 7 ended, is Outlander, and I just can't get enough of the whole place. I love it. Illinois. Hello, everybody. Oh, that's nice. Poe has Mark Bunker on now, so when you're done watching me ramble, feel free to go over. Um, let's see. It says, "Good afternoon to you from a poet, Brian Lucas. Good afternoon, everybody. Question to Amy. Do you know Mike McClawry? Any interactions or stories to share? He and his wife are going through a really rough time right now." I don't know who he is. Do you have any if you give more information about who he potentially is? I don't remember that name specifically. Munich, Germany, Colorado. Even though I hope it's not a disappointment, but I have no control over it, but thank you, my face is here for you to see. He's probably having a pint somewhere and forgot about it. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have some explaining to do, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it says where is that? Vesterlen, Norway. Okay. Nice, Norway. Someplace I've definitely never been. Oh, yeah. You're not from Aruba, Jamaica. Oh, I want there's the song. Is there a condition below confusion? Uh, Charleston, South Carolina. What do you mean sting him? What does that mean? I don't know how to do it. Teach me and I'll do it. Yeah, he blew. He's got overts and withholds. Lord Zeno has beamed Alex up to the implant station after zapping his Satan. Oh, Lord Zeno. Can you believe it? I need to do one thing that would be fun is to hear your suggestions on videos. I've got a list, but, I really wanna know also what you guys wanna hear about because this Lord Zeno's zap 'em up, whatever, that just made me think of, I wanna do one on the OT levels. I did up through OT 7. It was spiritual torture and, spiritual, mental, physical, everything torture, and, um if you, have specific things that you would like to see spoken about, then please let me know because I'm here for you anyway. Purple Groovy, hi, nice to see you here. Oh, I know. Every maybe he needs a hug and not punishment. Yeah. Okay, first we're gonna tell him he worried us, right? Like a mom would say, "Where have you been? We've been dead sick, worried about you." And then give him a hug. Call a blow drill. Yeah, the blow drills in the Sea Org is something else. You guys heard about that, right? Um, the blow drills. If somebody took off, then a whole what's called a WQSB, which is the Watch Quarter Station Bill, which is everyone you have a job that you're assigned, but you're also um, on a watch quarter station bill where you have a secondary assignment in case of emergency. Sometimes we would have them for power outages. I was always on the electrical team. Or if there's a blow and you're on the blow drill team, then you report to a certain station, you get briefed on what's going on, and then you get your assignment. And your assignment might be contact every local hotel and see if he's checked in. Another person's assignment might be go through all their folders and find the addresses and names of every person that they've ever been in contact with, like all this kind of stuff. And then they just trace you down and bring you back or try really hard. I don't know why. Why? They don't want to be there. Let them go. So stupid. It's sick. Anyway, Duchess Diana, hi Amy. It's so great to hear you say you'll talk with us. I'm still writing an email to you. You inspired me. Oh, well, lovely. And I love the emails that I get. Yes, feel free for sure. Thank you. Um, Karen, good morning. Is it still morning? I don't know. Um, where's Matt? He's out. He's out. I love you guys doing videos together. Yeah, see, he could be sitting in right now if he was home, but that's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Hello from Sweden. Nice. Uh-oh. Whoops. It says that the tower, the English tower heads got chopped off there. Oh, well, we hope he's not there. Is that why you said send him to the tower? Oh, no. Oh, now that would be the worst ethics gradient ever. And Taylor, if he admits that he was late, then will it be as is? Oh, it's so funny. It's funny when people try to understand Scientology's psychoness. No, as is means something will evaporate if in your mind you're thinking you confront it in every different way, um, completely, like an upset, and you address it fully and fully, it'll as is, like, it will vanish and have no further impact on you. That's what they think. So, if he admits so it has nothing to do with admitting anything or anything like that, it's just like a mind thing, it's stupid. Hard to explain total insanities, to people with regular minds. Oh gosh. I heard the funniest story in the whole world about finger sandwiches yesterday, and I'll tell you. Maybe I should have okay, Biddy Miscavige, I worked with her for a long time, and I spoke to her for the first time in many years yesterday for about an hour and a half on the phone. It was wonderful. We have so much experience together and so many stories, and that just reminded me of it, and I think we're gonna tell the finger sandwiches on not this Wednesday on, all things Scientology. This Wednesday is Christy Rinder, and we're going to talk about getting out of Scientology, but also the mind change from being in a cult to, you know, when you're first saying things like, the organization is what's bad, but the technology is really good and it's helped me. That's the kind of mindset when you first leave. You don't want to say anything bad about the organization or L. Ron Hubbard, and you just want to say bad things about what people did there or whatever, that the organization is bad. To finally waking up to the whole thing is a criminal, disgusting cult outfit. And so we're going to talk about that because it's a process. And all three of us girls, Claire, Christy, and I, went through that process. And so we're going to discuss that, and that's going to be interesting. Then the week after that, Claire's going to be off doing some very suppressive actions. And so it's just going to be myself, and I invited Biddy Miscavige to come on with me, all things Scientology. So that will be on the 25th. And so she will be with me on the 25th, and it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. West Pacific Time. And we'll talk about finger sandwiches there. Okay, let's see. Anyway, she had me laughing so hard I couldn't even breathe about it. So it'll be a fun little thing. Let's see. There's Linda, my friend Linda, always there, always encouraging me, always sending me amazing things. And hey, Linda, do you see behind me? What do I have there? This and this. It says, should I grab it? Well, what it is one of my favorite things as a kid was root beer floats. And when I first left, I never went grocery shopping or anything like that, and I couldn't just get whatever I wanted. And so we went grocery shopping, and I was like, I could get anything. And I got root beer and ice cream and made root beer floats. And so she has got me these engraved root beer float mugs that are just so nice. And it's got my name on it. It says, it's got the date that I left Scientology on it, 1 March 2005. One's for Matt, one's for me, and it has S for Scobie and P for Pesh on it, really big. So you put them together, and it's a big SP. Anyway, Linda is so thoughtful. Oh my God, she sends me all kinds of things. The thing right above it, up there where it says heaven, it's a heart in dedication to my dad that passed. She sent me that, and so many other things. That cross up there on the top, that was from her too. I have so many things from her. And she's like, all the years that you didn't, receive gifts or whatever. I mean, come on, Linda, how can you be so amazing? You fill my heart. She sent me a light bright. Oh gosh, that's a story in itself. But anyway, she's amazing. Aw, I'm rocking a baby, but I'm still here just quietly. Oh, Karen, that's wonderful. Yeah, I know, Sandy. Thank you. I'll never forget that tragedy to the space program. I know. Yep. Yeah, that was obviously super devastating to the family. I was in Scientology when it happened. That's a story in itself. Um, no. It says, "It's funny I'm on Alex's channel, but only Amy is here." I don't understand. Oh, you mean here in the video? Yeah. Yeah. Question, can you share an overview about the protest? I don't know a thing about it. I really want Alex to do that because he's setting it up. So for me to say anything would be ridiculous because I don't have all of the on the ground information. I've got what I wanted to talk about. I mean, other than the dates are the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th of November, which is Friday through Sunday, but I don't know the times. I don't know the specifics, and he really needs to say that. He was going to give all that information while I talked about what went on at Int Management for all of these events. And, because that was crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna star your comment just because, whoops, not that one, but, this one, yeah. So that if he does show up, which I doubt because it's an hour late, unless I don't know. Like, I don't know. If he does come, he's gonna explain that for sure. Yeah, somebody said they actually watched it when it happened on TV. Yes. Um Yeah, with your 6th grade class. It was such a national incident because there was a school teacher on, and, uh, with the 7 astronauts, so all the classes were tuned in, unfortunately, because it was traumatic for a lot of people. Yes, thank you. Thank you for this. It is, and all the stars aligned on it too. It was just so crazy how that all worked out, but yes, it's wonderful. Door handle. Amy, he's late because he's finishing off a tough PC in session. Yeah, because you can't leave until there's a floating needle. And there's no agreement on what a floating needle really is supposed to look like. So it's going to be a while. uh, let's see. I'm probably still way far up in the comments, but I'm going slow through them because I don't want to miss things that you're saying. And a lot of you say that you're glad I'm working on the Challenger program and all this, and all these different comments. Thank you all for that. I don't wanna call them all up here, but yeah, yeah, thank you for that so much. Thank you, Peace Dog. It says, "If you go to Apostate Alex's channel, he has info on his community tab about the IES protest in London." Okay, good. So he's not in too much trouble then. Um, no, he's asking if it was a sewage pond that people got thrown into. No, no, it wasn't. It was a lake, but it should have really been called a swamp. That's how it kind of was. But like people went on Sea Org Day a couple times. People used what are those things called, jet skis on it. It was big enough. It just wasn't something to swim in for sure. It wasn't nice. Wasn't kept up for that kind of thing. Whoops. Um, yes. Yeah, you'll find, yeah, space program. I love that whole subject. I was born on Edwards Air Force Base, and my dad was in the Air Force as well. He even flew with Chuck Yeager, who I always wanted to meet. Never did get to meet, but I did get to talk to via Facebook back and forth, and confirmed that a story that my dad told wasn't fully accurate. Because my dad used to say that Chuck Yeager was smoking, or my dad had to tell Chuck Yeager not to smoke around the engine or something like that. And 'cause it could blow up, and Chuck Yeager told him it wouldn't dare type of thing, and so I asked him about it, and he goes, "I never smoked." So I told my dad, I said, "Sorry to burst your balloon, maybe you told somebody else that." It was funny. Yeah, so it says, "In my hometown, we have a school named after Krista McAuliffe." Yeah, she was on the flight, she was a teacher on the flight, yep. No, I didn't have to clean that lake, but I had to clean all around it. I had to, one of these things where I was assigned to the decks. It was actually peaceful because nobody was out there and I was by myself and it had a beach around most of it and I was just raking the beach. The only thing is it had swans and geese and that were nasty. Chase you with their wings out and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh god, here we go." But if you didn't disturb them, it was fine. But yeah, I was sent out there to do heavy manual labor, dig a trench and fill it back in and whatever, and I just kept myself busy out there. That was when my mind was really going like, you know, "How do I get off this property?" It wasn't that long after that that I did get off that property. This is good information. It says the lake in St. Hel doesn't freeze over in winter. It's beautiful. I wouldn't wanna go in any time of the year. Yeah, I'm sure it's freezing all year round. It's good to know that it doesn't, oops, that it doesn't freeze over. Um, yeah, getting thrown in that. Somebody should throw David. Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? Go throw Dave Miscavige in that stupid lake. Um, Alex is at the pub. Yeah, Steven, this was a punishment that David Miscavige gave somebody who disagreed with the draconian punishments and torture that was going on with the executives at the int base. All he said is that he didn't agree, and that was it. Hello. He says, "I would have flatly refused, just no, there are limits." I know. Anyway, I know. But he just had 2 hours of beatings by 3 people. 3 people were assigned to beat him for 2 hours, and then he was assigned to lick the floor. Anyway, they need to be shut down so hardcore. Yep. I would guess that he has technical problems or has some interesting news that's holding him up, hopefully. Yeah, we're gonna find out. I mean, hopefully, it's gonna be something interesting, um, and good, and I'm glad I could fill in a little bit, until you guys get sick of me or until I have to go to the bathroom or something. It's 'cause this is what reminded me of that because it's tea time here in UK, dinner to you guys in the US. Maybe he's having his pudding. Uh, I think what happened here, it wasn't, okay, so when you leave, you have to sign all kinds of papers. Let me just read it out loud in case anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about. So Candy's Life says, "I thought the cult paid Debbie Cook to keep her mouth shut." So, um, what happens when you leave is or when I left, I had to sign all kinds of things that I wouldn't speak out. I wouldn't come back to the Clearwater area, and that there were gonna be heavy penalties if I did and all this stuff, monetary, and, they didn't pay me anything. But with Debbie, she left and got money, um, but she spoke out anyway, and it was really bland. I mean, it wasn't like she was all she was doing was asking Scientologists to ask questions about certain things that were going on, and was that standard technology? So she was still being a Scientologist, but they sued her for doing that, like idiots, because for violating her non-disclosure thing. And so then she just laid it on when they got to the courtroom, which is awesome. Um, and then then they settled that suit right then and there to get her to stop talking because they had to settle it. Otherwise, you know, she would keep talking and keep revealing what she knew. And, but at least a lot of information got out from that before she was, before everything was settled and she had to no longer speak about Scientology. You know, I don't know. I always thought, like, they could pay me I wouldn't stop speaking. I would not take money for my silence. And I know that's not everybody, and different people are in different situations or whatever, but, um I didn't take any bribes, and I'm not going to, and I would rather live in a hut and have my integrity, really, because money doesn't buy me. Anyway, Amy, do you think ESO members could be as militant as those FX during Jamestown? I don't know what an FX means. During Jamestown's or Waco, should push come to shove. Hmm, militant. Um, I don't know. I couldn't imagine it being in there, you know? Like, every single Searing member thinks it's not a cult and that all we're doing is helping people, really. We're here for people, we're helping people, um, and we're willing to sacrifice all of our own freedoms in order to give other people freedom. Anyway, so I don't think that it wouldn't be militant, and I think I don't know, it's just it's weird, because it is so controlling. There's some that are more than others, you know? Um, anyway, that's a hard question to answer, uh, especially since my mind is not like that anymore, but, I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, would they all drink the Kool-Aid? I don't think so. But, yet again, they stayed in there and haven't gotten out. I don't know. It's hard. I have a lot that I could say about that, but it's a subject in itself, actually. Um Because it's amazing what you are willing to go through for the cause, and, anyway, I could talk a lot on that, so, that'll be something for a different time. Let's see. Is that on my channel or trying to renew my membership, but it won't let me? What the heck? I don't know. It's okay. Um This is Miranda saying, "I'm so glad he hit 10,000 so he can stream the protest as a fundraiser." Yeah, so as when a channel hits 10,000 subscribers, YouTube opens up the option of creating a fundraiser for a charity. And you go through, you create a live and then you pick a charity of your choice and to do a fundraiser for. And so he's going to be able to pick the aftermath, and so I think that's amazing. It says, "Alex is live coming on 4 November from the IES. It's gonna be fantastic." Yes, it will be. Someone from England, "Subscribe to my channel, you English person." That's amazing. Has Osa got Alex? Better not have. That's all I have to say. Um, yeah, I hope it's nothing culty as well. We shall see. Soon as I know, I'll let you guys know, that's for sure. Um, Bert Pineapple. Apparently most of the Sea Org no, it's not true. No, I refuse to accept that. I got in trouble all the time because of what other people had going on in their minds, and I wasn't doing anything. I was married 17 years to a man named Jim Mortland, and I never once looked in another direction. Even when he was gone for 4 years in the rehabilitation project force and I didn't see him at all, you know, I was still faithful and whatever. I was working, I was whatever. And so many people had different things going on in their mind, and then I would be accused of, you know, all kinds of stupid stuff. Anyway, Dave Miscavige liked to say all kinds of different things, which I don't want to repeat because he's an ass. But anyway, um, how many times were you on the RPS? Yeah, a lot. Like, sometimes I would go straight to the RPS, RPF when I got assigned to the RPF. Sometimes it was straight, "Don't pass go, don't collect $200, go straight to the RPS, RPF." Yeah. I went to the RPF 4 times, and then the RPS, RPF, I mean, I got assigned to the R okay, let me think. On the 2nd time I went to the RPF, I went to the RPS, RPF because my twin was not handled as a joker and degrader because he would crack jokes and people would laugh, right? And so he was called J&D, which is called a joker and a degrader. His name was Bill Dendu. He used to be a comedian, and I, I get assigned to him as a twin, but we're full-time decks. I'm not like correcting him. I'm not doing anything, And because he was, being J&D, we got assigned to the RPS, RPF. And there's issues about it being a mandatory certain amount of time and everything like that. Anyway, that sucked. That was one time, one of many. I got assigned to the RPS, RPF one time because an electrical contractor, um, I just realized I haven't said one thing about anything about events. I don't care. I'm gonna change my I'm gonna change the title of this stream. I'm gonna change the um the thumbnail of this stream and everything because it's just not about the events. But anyway, okay. Yeah, so an electrical contractor was seeing the RPF work around the clock and around the clock, and I was an electrician by day, and through the night, we were laying tile and grouting and scrubbing the floor after grouting and doing all this. And then the electrician, the professional electrician contractors would come in the next day, and I'd be on my hands and knees doing the grout, and then get up and like, okay, so now put on my electrical belt because now I'm going to be an electrician for the day. And he said to me, his name was Scott. He said, "Let me take you out of here." Okay. And then I just said, "No, I'm gonna stay." And I wrote a report like a good Scientologist. And, so he got kicked off the job site and I got sent to the RPS, RPF. And that's probably one of the things they say I'm an adulteress for, because he was married or I was married or whatever. I mean, it wasn't like a sexual thing. It was just like, "Yeah, this place is completely psychotic. Let me get you out of here." That would have been interesting. But anyway, I wouldn't have met Matt, so it worked out how it was supposed to work out. But anyway, those are only 2 times. I've been many, many, many times. Another time was because we were up, like, day and night and day and night and day and night, and we were on the rehabilitation project for us, building L. Ron Hubbard's home for him to come back, to, and, um, Wendell Reynolds, who was, um, he was the finance director, was sent to the RPF, and, so he was in this production meeting that we were having, and, we could barely stay awake because we were up so much, and he started rubbing my shoulders, right? Somebody wrote a report, and David Miscavige assigned us to go to the RPS, RPF, but to go to an overflowing septic tank in a leach field that was, drain it by hand, dig it up, and white glove it. Anyway, no back rubs. Not okay. Okay, let's see. Um, RPS, RPF. I don't know how many times I went to the RPS, RPF. One time I was on it at the Happy Valley. They used to have this garbage mountain basically, and it was all the galley food for a year sitting out in the hot desert sun. And so it was my job along with I believe one other, maybe a third person, to get all of that onto dump trucks that were going to be taken to the city dump and just clear out that whole thing. And it was a mountain. It wasn't just like a little pile of garbage, okay? It was like a mountain that had been accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. Okay, when you start getting kind of low in this thing, imagine what you find and what you smell and what you're standing in. Okay, it's white and it wiggles. It was so disgusting, and every the bags were broken open, every bag was full of water 'cause, whatever in there condensed, and so we're slinging these things and, you know, oh, across maggot filled. Anyway, so there's my punishment for I don't know what I did that time. Anyway, I was sent to the rehabilitation project force one time because the needle reaction on the E-meter, okay? And, so I don't know. Their meter was freaking broken, I don't know. But, so they said I had a rock slam, which is an erratic movement of the E-meter, needle on the E-meter, and so they sent me which indicates an evil purpose, and so they sent me to the rehabilitation project force as a list 1 rock slammer, and a list 1 is anything to do with Scientology. It's a list. L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology, you know, David Miscavige, executives, Dianetics, like this list. And if you have a rock slam on that list, then you have an evil purpose against the principles and the whatever religion. And so I was sent to the rehabilitation project force. It's really gross because this really messes with your mind. And so now I'm an evil person with a rock slam. And so I had to do all my OT levels in the rehabilitation project force. And when I got up to OT 5 at that time, which I had to finish in order to get off the RPF, when I got up there, they showed me the documents that sent me to the RPF, which was just an executive writing in my stupid folder saying, "Opinion, I think she's thinking about L. Ron Hubbard." So I just spent 2 years of my life, as this evil person against L. Ron Hubbard because of what this person put in my folder. Anyway, anyways, yeah, so that was another wonderful time. I did graduate that time, and I didn't go back to the RPF for many years after that until 2 years before I actually ended up leaving. And I the reason why I went to the RPF the very last time was because, um so I had this ethics handling where I was supposed to find my why. They always do this like find your why. And I did find my why. They said it wasn't my why, but it was, which was I was rationalizing insanities. I was seeing utter insanities in front of me, injustices, abuse, everything in front of me. And I was rationalizing it by saying, it's the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics. David Miscavige must have so much on his plate. That person must have really done something bad, to deserve him to punch him out or whatever, right? Just rationalizing it. So when I realized that that's what I was doing, I stopped doing it and I started being defiant against the abuse and the anything that was wrong that I thought was wrong and not okay. And if you could imagine that in the midst of an organization that wants you to be quiet and just follow the rules, yeah, that wasn't working. So they sent me to the RPF in Clearwater, which was amazing, because I got off that property about 10 minutes before they put bars on the windows and doors of the office that I used to work in. So I didn't go to the hole. I just narrowly escaped it. And after 2 years of being on the RPF in Clearwater, which is a thing in itself, Matt came into the RPF and we hooked up and said, "Let's get out of here." And we made a plan and we did it. And he was my strength to get out. And he's the man. Oh, so many stories. Thank you. My book is great. Okay. So, and you can get it at Amy-Scobie. No, you can get it at scobie-publishing.com. I should create a little banner. 1 second. I'm going to do that. Here it is. This is my website. So anybody who wants to order a copy of my book, just go to scobie-publishing.com and you can order it there. If you're in the UK, just write to me. Okay, and here's my next banner. This is my email. Trying to type around my microphone here. Okay, so this is my email. So anyone, feel free to write me, Amy at scoby-publishing.com. But if you are in a foreign area, just let me know where, and I can tell you how much the shipping is to your location. Okay. And please subscribe to Queen Bee SP or Alex. You can subscribe to Alex. We'll give him support. Once we find out what's going on, it'll all be okay. So yes, if you need to get my book, that's how you do it. And the other thing that we can do is I will do a book giveaway. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. And I'm just going to pick somebody. Don't say book me or anything because I'm trying to make it through these comments. Don't write book me. I'm just going to pick somebody, click on you, and already with what's already in there, and then I will send you something. Okay. Okay. So I'll do it in a surprise, like, 1 second. I'm just gonna keep looking here. Um, let's see. Oh, ta-dum. Okay, now I'm passing things that I wanna answer. Free zine project. Apostate, I am requesting a proof of life. Yes, we need to do a welfare check on Apostate Alex. If anyone knows where he lives or his phone number, whatever, contact him. Free zine project of Farsick. If you don't already have my book, I am going to give you my book. So you can email me at amy@scobypublishing.com and with your contact information, and I'll send you a copy of a signed book from myself and my husband. Congratulations. Yes. Oh no, there's no way he has a time zone. He's the one who said it, and it does a countdown and everything. So it can't be, it can't be that. I don't know what it is. Um, Yeah, so I did for my book, I also, for those who don't know, I recorded a video for every chapter of my book where I read the chapter, but also added in my own commentary. Um, and so there's a lot of additional information on that if you would like to see that. This person says, I am on Alex's channel. Can you see this comment to me? Yes, I can. So I'm glad. Liz, thank you so much. I saw this and it makes me feel good. Thank you, Liz. Fangirl, my ADHD is kicking in. I love your lipstick, Amy. Yes, thank you. Alex has Twilight Zone confusion. Oh gosh. I know. Don't be worried about him. We're gonna find out what's going on. I don't know his number. If anybody knows his number, let me know. Amy, you've 100% got this. Casual Sunday chat until we know what's up. Yes. Thank you, Brett. You always say very, very kind things. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I think is happening, Linda. I think that it's, technical issue, or he got caught up in something and he wasn't able to get back for it. And that's okay because priorities are priorities. So we'll see what it is. And either way, I'm not gonna, shame him or anything. It can all be fixed and you guys are all forgiving. So anyway, that's wonderful. Yes, we'll do that. Queen bee. Yeah, I have a lot of anecdotes because I was there for so long, 27 years of staff experience, and then 18 years of experience outside of Scientology with them fair gaming me and all that kind of stuff. And my second book is going to cover my first book ends with the disconnection with my mom. Okay. A lot transpired after that because that's when I went full Borneo and around the world. And they made a big mistake. And it's not just with me, it's with like this disconnection thing. They make their own worst enemies by their destructive policies anyway. And so I pick it up from that point and then go forward with it. And so it's going to be pretty interesting. Maybe I'll read a little bit of what I've already gotten written on there. I smack down the celebrities. They piss me off because they're in a position where they're endorsing something that's completely evil and criminal, and they just won't open their eyes, won't listen, and it's the most irresponsible thing ever. So, anyway, da da da. Um, Mark Headley makes me smile and laugh too. Yes. Where's your it's up there. Where's your Captain Davy doll? Okay, so oh, hold on. I have to collect this. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's on the second shelf, and I've got the Duke of Chug outfit on it. Do you see it? Yes. I think Marilyn made that Duke of Chug outfit, and I had it on my Grinder bobblehead, which is in the center of the second shelf. But I put it on the Davy doll because I think it's funny. Uh, so it's up there for sure. Somebody's asking if he sent me a text. I didn't even look. No. I mean, but let me look further. I don't think I mean, he's got my number, but he's in UK. Open. My phones won't open. Tornado warning in this area, 2:30 AM. Wonderful. Yeah, we just had a little tornado in the Clearwater area. But, anyway, I don't have anything from him. So, I'm gonna go into my emails and see if there's anything there while you guys are all enjoying Sunday afternoon with me. Uh, anyway, it's kind of fun. It's really funny, like, I don't do lives very often because, I like to be prepared. And somehow, you know no, I don't have anything from him. Um, somehow I was completely unprepared for this, but sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's for the better, whatever. Um, a lot of you said that, yeah, Mark is hilarious and that Matt makes you laugh all the time too. Yeah. Do I smoke cigarettes? No. Um, boy, I smoked for a long time. All in Scientology, that's how I stayed awake, is coffee and cigarettes, just really a lot. And all of my pay practically went to cigarettes. And both of my parents smoked, so I started young, where I was smoking. I think at 9 years old, it was the first time I stole my parents' cigarettes. My dad smoked Pall Mall non-filter. My mom smoked Tarringtons with charcoal filters, and she would put them out with still a whole bunch left on it, and I would straighten them out and smoke them. And, anyway, I would go hide, and then I got caught when I was 12, and my parents were divorced by that time, and both individually, my mom and my dad said, "If you're gonna smoke, you're gonna smoke in front of me." So, at age 12, I was already smoking in front of my parents, and then I joined the Sea Org. I joined staff at 14, I'm smoking the whole time. I joined the Sea Org. I smoked all throughout the Sea Org. I tried to quit a couple times, didn't work. Um, and then when I left, I was smoking, and then, uh, Matt and I quit together, and he hasn't smoked since then, and that was, like, early on when we left. And then but I started sneaking cigarettes, and I was smoking and smoking. I couldn't and I lied about it. I didn't. I hid it. I, like, tried to get it all off of me, but I just couldn't stop. And, but anyway, when I talk about, when God touched me, how it was a supernatural experience, I haven't had one puff of a cigarette since the second that that happened on that day when I was in my kitchen. And so many other things happened all at the same time too. My whole heart exploded, everything happened. And I have a whole video about that, but that's the last time I ever smoked. I've never touched it since. It was just gone. It just fell off of me, and I have not smoked a cigarette or had one puff since then. And that was in 2018. So, I did smoke for a long time, but anyway. Ugh, I don't like it. I hate the smell, like, you walk into some place or whatever where there's a bunch of cigarettes, so it's just like I really notice it. Okay. Um, Sometimes I have a craving still, but then I just, like, do something else, I don't like, it'll come up, like, all of a sudden, because there were certain things I liked about it. Um, you and Mark have a special connection, that's fun to see. Yeah, we work together. He's the one who has the Mode Systems, the audiovisual, company, and that got the contract for the Challenger Center, so we go together, and, that's a lot of fun, and then plus I got him up to the int base because I was in the personnel department, and that was my responsibility to get people up there, and, so that was 1990, and, he was always around the base. He was always a fun person to be around. He didn't get into the drama of things, and it's refreshing, you know? Anyway, and, he keeps things light and fun, and I just really enjoy him. And I really enjoy Claire too. Claire is different. Claire, I have the love and the compassion and the heart for people, and we share a lot of things like that in common, and she calls me with anything, and I call her with things, and, it's amazing to have each other, you know? Anyway, friends that have been through hell together, stick together, really. Let's see. 15-hour shifts were enough. Yes. Yeah. Well, we did a lot more than that. Man, it would have been fun if I, like, kept a secret diary or something of every single day that I was in there and how much I worked, how much I slept, whatever, because when I was in my final trip to the RPF that entire 2 years, I kept a daily record of everything that happened, and I snuck out with it. I had it. That's how I was able to write my final chapter about what happened in the RPF. I had all the records. But anyway, they missed it. They missed that and some photos, and now that Scientology hears that, they'll probably do more thorough checks of people's belongings and confiscate their stuff, but she's saying, "It's me, Amber." That's because I read her comment over on my site. Wow, I must be way high up in this, but that's okay. Um, let's see. I should probably come down a little bit. But I don't wanna miss anything that you guys have said, because that's all we're doing is having a conversation with you guys. Um, this is funny. Fluffy Wickets, Amy, "Might be time to share the secrets of your brilliant complexion." It's not brilliant, right? Um, I mean, I'm sick. Like, okay, here's a secret, no extreme close-ups. 'Cause I do have wrinkles, I have wrinkles and everything, and, if I'm gonna do a live, I put on makeup, but my family has good skin, and I use Olay eye gel for my whole face. I love that stuff because, it's cool and refreshing, and because I'm in Florida, anything else kind of makes you sweat. That doesn't, not 'cause it's not oily at all. Okay, how's that for a little bit of secrets? Um, Matthew says, "Lovely stories and anecdotes. Really great way to fill the time till Alex show up." I don't think he's gonna show up, but that's okay. We're gonna just make this, I'll do 2 hours of, you having me here. I'll do another book giveaway at the very end as well. Um, I know. Mistress says, "I'm getting worried about Alex. The cult must know that he's planning a protest and would not put anything past them. Should we do a welfare check?" Well, we're gonna find out what's going on. And I wouldn't put anything past them, but it's really funny. Like, our minds can go right to the negative stuff. So he probably fell asleep and didn't wake up, or something simple. I hope it's something like that. And we're gonna find out, and when we do, all will be well again. So anyway, I think that we can't do anything about it right this moment unless anybody's there in the UK and has a way to contact him. I would just, relax and enjoy until we find out. Um, Stephen, currently driving across Claire's favorite province of Saskatchewan. How did she say it? Saskatchewan. It's so fun. She loves it every time you guys razz her a little bit about that. Um, well, it didn't make me upset, Amber. It says, "I'm sorry that made you upset. He was a good man. Rest in peace, Cliff." No, it's not. No, it didn't make me upset, Amber. It makes me cry, which isn't upset. It's just I feel um, ugh. Okay, here we go again. It's not upset though. I'm not upset. You're not making me upset. It's that someone um I feel how people feel. I don't know what that is about me, but I do. I feel it and it comes out. And um I hate that there's people in the Sea Org who are working for a good for what they think is good that are being abused. I hate it so bad. I can't even explain how much I hate it. And when I hear of this, and this was happening in Celebrity Center, it's just like I can't go back to fix it, but I'm damn well gonna be doing something about it now, and I am, and I will continue to do something about it. And there's a lot of things ongoing that we don't talk about yet because it's not out in the public yet, but it's all toward that goal of getting justice and, helping people who need help, okay? And I've dedicated my life to it. I don't get paid for it, whatever, and I'm doing it because it's the path that God put me on, and frankly, and because that's where my heart is, and I hope my voice makes a big difference, and all the experience I went through is not for naught, you know? Anyway, thank you, Amber, and thank you for always being here and your lovely comments, and I know that you went through holy hell as well. Goldie said that she texted Alex a few minutes ago, but no reply. Okay, good, Goldie. I don't even think I have his phone number. Um, just his email. Um, is he cleaning the bathrooms on the free winds? Did you guys hear the story about Matt? Like David Miscavige had to have Matt Pesh on the free winds immediately, and they weren't even at a dock. They were out in the sea. So then he had to take some boat out to where they were at, and then he had to climb up the side of the cruise ship on one of these rickety, stupid ladders that were swinging back and forth, crushing you as every time it moved, type of thing, and to get up onto the ship so that he could, report to David Miscavige, and then he goes in and see David Miscavige, and then he just kind of walks out of the room like, you know, and so Matt just kinda went on with whatever was going on, and it's just ridiculous. He risked his life to be there. I wouldn't have been able to do it. How am I supposed to climb up this ladder on the side of a cruise ship to go from, some boat that took you out some little boat that took you out there to get onto the cruise ship? So stupid. Anyway, David Miscavige. Let's see you do that, David. Matt was in good physical condition, so he made it. Yes, Michelle. The story about Bob Ferris and his family is so shocking. Yes, I know, and man, I wish I can do more. All I can do is support Liz and support the cause and support, um, getting families back together. There's gonna be on November 4th, when the IES event is going on, there's going to be a fundraiser, IES event aftermath fundraiser. Mike Rinder, Claire, myself, Mark, Matt will be with me, and I don't probably Christy. I don't know if, uh Aaron will be on there, but probably. So all of us on will have an aftermath IES event fundraiser then, and there's going to be a lot of news on that of what's coming up. Um, and so it's important that people tune in for that because like some developments that are going to be really, really cool are going to be announced then. And so I want everyone to know that and we'll be we'll be finding out all about the events going on in UK, as well as doing that fundraiser at the same time and announcing all kinds of things that are going on. So it'll be a fun one. Mischief says, I remember crying when I watched your episode on the aftermath and being so overjoyed when you were reunited. Yeah. My mom was in hospice. And I wrote to Leah Remini and said, my mom's in hospice and I wanted you to know, you know, our story and of disconnection and fighting disconnection. I think she had just written her book, Troublemaker or whatever, and I was reading it to my mom while she was in hospice. And so I wrote to Leah. I didn't know her before that. I was WC Celebrity Centers, but she never crossed my path at that time for I don't know why, but didn't. And so that was the first time that I had reached out to her, and that was in 2005. And right away, she read my message, asked Mike Rinder to give her my phone number, and or to give me her phone number so I could write to her, and I did, and sent her a text right away, and then she said, "I want to send a film crew out to film your mom." Because she's, she doesn't have much time left to live. And just on her dime, we had no idea how we were going to use it, but she just wanted to capture her story. So she sent the film crew to my mom at the hospice place. And Leah got on the Zoom with my mom and asking her questions while they were filming my mom talking about disconnection and how it destroyed her and how she was fighting to her last breath against it. Okay, don't get me crying. And so that then turned into the aftermath, and mom was after 2 weeks after that was filmed, my mom passed. And so it was just in time. And her voice will forever be heard because of that. And I always thank Leah for that, obviously. And the aftermath show, season 1, episode 1 is my family, and my mom's beautiful self is on there and fighting against disconnection. Um, Emmy winning series. If anyone hasn't seen it, absolutely watch it and get your tissues ready. Yeah. Question, did you celebrate Halloween while in? Can someone try to trick or treat at Blue? No. Nobody. No, there's no place to go knocking on any door anyway in the Big Blue, and we didn't celebrate Halloween. I think whenever if you went down to like the people in the galley, they would put out different candies and maybe put up decorations a little bit just in the dining hall, but that was it. Nothing happened. Amy said that he messaged her half an hour. Yeah. Not a half. No, it was an email this morning saying to come on a half an hour early so that we could coordinate. And so I was on at 1:30 in here in the studio, not on live, but in the studio to meet up in the studio. And anyway, never showed up there. Yep. Casper, Wyoming. Hello. Says, I saw something on another channel that they're doing some type of Halloween thing. I forget that was Kelly Copter. She did something like some mummy or monster thing or what werewolf thing, game, whatever. She asked me to play. I was doing something with Matt or whatever, but it looks like they had a good time. Fight for your family. That's right. And for the families of every other person who is missing their loved ones that are caught inside Scientology. This is beautiful. Well, there's a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Yes. Amy, you reunited on the aftermath, did you not? I didn't reunite on the aftermath, no. But our story is on the aftermath, yeah. Liz says, "I will fight to my last breath to save someone from having my life." I understand. Tina in the last 20, he definitely had MRSA. He would just keep his legs wrapped up. Yeah. Anyway, that's so bad. I agree, Michelle. Disconnection is evil. I agree, Island Lady. Scientology in general needs to be canceled. It is. It's a dangerous cult, and its religious recognition needs to be revoked because and follow the money. I always say follow the money. That is going to be the route. Follow the money. And a lot of stuff has been revealed with regards to what they're doing to seniors. So, you know, somebody's got to go to jail for this. That's all I have to say. Anyway, sometimes I wish I was, like, in the police department or in the FBI or whatever. Come on, doesn't anybody care? There's all this red tape people have to go through or whatever. I don't know, but I know that our voices are being heard and there are things going on in the background, but, it's never fast enough. Oh, bless your heart, honey. "Hey, all, just got here. No Alex today?" Yeah, catching up, are ya? Yeah, it's just me, I'm sorry. Uh, who's doing a pirate party at a cost of $200 a head? Claire's texting me saying, "I hope you're having a good Sunday." Yes. Yes, Claire. Um, anyway, she has suggestions for word of the week. We do these great little words of the week on our Sunday shows. Um, but I don't know what this pirate party thing is for $200 a head. And why would you do that when you don't pay your staff, you idiots? Wow. Um, okay. Nobody else say that you're worried about Alex. We're gonna check in on him after this and let everybody know what was going on. There's gonna be a good reason for it. This I think I answered most of this before. Did you celebrate Halloween while in? What would happen if someone Oh no, I did answer that. I don't know how that came again. Maybe it was put on both channels or something. Um Stephen is making lots of comments, but I love them. It says, disconnection without a good reason is evil. Yeah, sometimes you do have to disconnect from truly evil people. However, Scientology doesn't get to tell you who is and who isn't evil. Yeah, you know, and they just declare anybody who doesn't agree with them. It's so I don't know. I don't know the word. There's a lot of words for that. Many, many, many words. Um, anyway, there's so many words for it. But yeah, they shouldn't be able to decide if a daughter can see their mother or not, that you loved your whole life and you guys, love each other. And what year was I in Copenhagen, Annette Farron? 1979. They sent me to Copenhagen and I was what was called the FPPO EU, which was the Flag Personnel Procurement Officer for Europe. And so I went around Europe recruiting people to go to Flag in Florida. And I didn't know anything about customs. I didn't know anything about immigration. I didn't know anything about um, currency exchange. The whole thing. I was 16 years old, and they sent me to be in charge of a continent and getting all the people, sent to Florida. It's crazy. And then I got lost in Paris. 16 by myself, lost in Paris, no money, and some man um, noticed I was lost and stranded, and took me all under his wing and drove me all around, saw the Eiffel Tower, got me a hot meal and food to take with me, and put me on a train back to Copenhagen. I think he was an angel because I was seriously lost, and it could have been turned out really bad. But God had a plan for me, and my time wasn't then. But that's Scientology being so irresponsible with a minor, you know? Anyway. Yeah, this is says Varta, Batera, I think. Liz, I love that you're not giving up on your dad. Must be so hard, but you got this. Yeah, I know that it's hard. I mean, everyone wants to just have, go enjoy yourself, go, not think about it, put the past behind, but you can't. It's heartstrings and it's blood. It's your blood and your family, and it doesn't just go away, and the pain doesn't go away. So we're not giving up. I'm not giving up for my family. I'm not giving up for anyone else's family. Jillian says, "You'd think that Amy would let us know what's going on, or maybe she doesn't know either." What are you talking about? I'd let you know what's going on if I knew what's going on for sure. I'm not withholding anything. Amy, I love your videos with Matt. I love it when he makes you laugh and you are constantly wiping your eyes. It makes me chuckle. I also love it when he shocks you with something you didn't know. Yeah, yeah, he's put me over the top a couple times with like, "What? I didn't know that. How could I be married to you for 18 years and I didn't know that?" Anyway, he shocks me sometimes. I've heard a lot of his stories several times, but there's always little details that all of a sudden come out. He's great. Um, and Taylor, Amy, how long until your second book is ready? I don't know. It takes time, concerted time of instead of like breaking up your attention unit all the time. So I think I might be concentrating on helping Matt finish his because when he finishes something, I'll, proofread it. We, help him with the layout of it, maybe getting the dust jacket designed and doing all the stuff that I know what needs to be done. So I might be helping him on that and then going flat out on mine. So we'll see. But boy, I'll definitely keep you guys posted for sure. Love that you published your own book. Yeah, I wasn't taking no for an answer. Ah, yeah, no, I'm not gonna get anybody else involved. I mean, we're an hour and 45 minutes in. I'm just gonna go for another 15 minutes, do a final book giveaway, and then Alex and I will talk a different time, once everything is sorted out, but I'm not gonna get anybody else involved right now. It's okay. Um, we just, you know, whatever is handed to us, we deal with it one way or the other. Um, I could have just canceled, but I decided you guys were all here. I mean, there's about 445 people listening in. I appreciate that you're spending your afternoon with me. I hope I'm giving you information that you didn't know before or anything that's interesting. And, you know, that it's useful. I appreciate you being here with me for sure. And, you know, I didn't have anything planned, so it's not like some big logical thing. It says, "Amy, you're only on Alex's channel now?" No, I shouldn't be. It says it's streaming on both. Unless something weird's going on with the computer, I don't know. But it says it's streaming on both right now. If it's not, I don't know what to do. Glasgow, Scotland. Like I said, you know, I'll look you up when I come there. Excellent YouTube picture, lighting, presentation. Really? Good. Well, I got a different light. I got a box light because the circle light was going in my glasses and looking terrible. So somebody said, "Can you get professional and like get a box light?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what a box light is." Thank you for your suggestions, even if it was kind of snarky. And I did get one. uh, I love your suggestions. I like Aaron says, I grew up in a cult. I don't know all this stuff. This is all new. I'm figuring it out on the fly. I'm not, and researching and figuring it out. So at least I can do it. Yeah. I didn't even know the internet when I left. It was crazy. And what would happen is what happened finally was, oh gosh, where do you even start the story because there's so much to it, but I'll just start, like, when I got my first laptop, I looked for it in the newspaper, and then I went to, drove like an hour and a half away to somebody's used laptop, and I got their laptop, and then for a couple $100, and then I got home and I didn't know how to use it, so then I had to look in the yellow pages for a computer technician, and I spent $100 for him to come to my house and basically plug it in. So, this is where I started, okay, to give a little bit of, understanding of just how not in the 21st century I was. There's a lot of other examples like that too, not just the computer. Like, I couldn't cook anything. Okay. You are trolling me. You are trolling me. Hi from the Seattle area, that's my hometown. Yes, I support Mark Bunker for, winning the Clearwater election. Oh, absolutely. He's been fighting. He had no dog in the fight. He was never a Scientologist, but he's been fighting for many, many, many years. He did an interview with my mom even, um, for his he was gonna do a movie keeping what was it? Knowledge Reports, I think, and, he interviewed her for that and interviewed me for that. I've got some clips of that, but, yeah, it never came out, and he went in a different direction, but some of that stuff is super valuable. I think it's still on his, YouTube channel. I'm in Washington State. Nice. What is your favorite what is your favorite furniture piece that you 2 refinished? Hmm. Yeah, we did a lot of that, and I couldn't hang on to anything like I had, because we'd fix it and then sell it. So we would just flip in all the time. And the so I had but the thing was, it was an ideal situation for a woman, in my opinion, because I love interior decorating, and I never got to do that in my whole life. So we're in the furniture business, so things would come in, and so I had my house established, and then we would get a different type of dining set, and oh, I want this one, so I would put that one in my dining room and sell the one that was there. And so many times, I don't know how many couches I had, how many different dressers and dining sets, and whatever else I had, but it was just so fun. I was constantly creating. Um, I think to answer that specific question, there was this sideboard, buffet kind of sideboard that was antique, and it was so beautiful and ornate and everything, and it was high, and, anyway, it was really, really beautiful. But then when we decided to move to Florida from Washington, we basically had 3 days because whatever, it's a whole story, and so we sold everything, and anything that didn't fit in our little minivan didn't come with us, so we didn't take anything, including all my nice clothes, winter clothes, all stayed, boots, everything got sold, and, and then we restarted up in Florida, and then 7 months later, moved back to Washington, and I wanted all my stuff back, no. Anyway, but it's so fun. I love that stuff. I love furniture, so does Matt. Let's see. Like I said, the puppies got new homes, and Matt is out working right now, and so it's just me here right now. Um, Peace Dog, you're a big Elvis fan. That's amazing. We have something in common. Linda, you did too? Oh my gosh, yes. My family, like, if an Elvis movie was coming on, change your plans, gotta be home. Amy's gotta see the Elvis movie. My I got to see Elvis in concert when I was 12 years old because, my uncle, Gary, at the time, he was married to my Aunt Colleen, got me tickets, 2 tickets, and so I was 12 years old, I had a boyfriend, just like a school, boyfriend, and, and So I had these 2 tickets, and I could take anybody with me that I wanted to take with me, so you know who I took with me? My boyfriend's older brother, because I thought I was so cool because I had the tickets. Uh, but you know what's funny is Jerry was my boyfriend at the time. His older brother's name was Marty, and, Marty became the mailman, where my dad lived, and so when I went and visited my dad, Marty was the mailman, and I said, "Oh my god," and he thanked me so much for taking him to that Elvis concert because he liked Elvis too, and we stayed in touch for a while, and he bought off of eBay a photo of Elvis at that concert in the suit that he was in and everything like that, and sent that to me, and anyway, it was just fun. Okay, this was question, wondering if there are any ex-cult of Scientology in this community who would know what's happening with the cult of Scientology in Israel. There's a war here now, and I saw photos of the yellow shirts providing I don't know what they're providing, it's dot, 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 so but, I don't have any information on that at all, and if anybody does, go ahead and put it in the chat. Now Natalie says, "Maybe you should get a PTS for life to stand in as Alex's body double." Yes, that's funny. Who doesn't love Elvis? High crime not to. I know. I mean, really. Gail, you saw Elvis in person in Massachusetts. Yeah, I saw him in Seattle. Lots of Elvis. So now you can see how high up I am on the chat. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I should be going faster here, right? Because I talked about Elvis a long time ago. Um, okay, so so now I'm gonna look at things that say question. Question, do you remember Dorothy Broadhead when the Seattle org was at 911 Avenue? Dorothy. I don't, but I was there when Seattle was there. That's where I signed my Sea Org contract. But I don't know Dorothy. Um, thank you, Jean. This is good to see you. Love your audiobook. Really enjoying listening to you. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Um, old Elvis or young Elvis? All Elvis. Okay, going down. Yeah, this is a correct statement. Liz says, my wife would say, never too many clothes or shoes. Exactly. I mean, Matt, like, give him, a t-shirt and a pair of jeans or something like that. What he doesn't feel like he needs any more. Like, did you see when I did the video of, him arriving to Seattle with his little brown paper bag with an pair of underwear and socks or something? This is what we start our life over with. I buy him some, different things, and it's like, "I got enough. You don't need to buy me anything more." He's so funny, guys. But yeah, um, I'm trying to go down further because I realize I'm way behind in the chat, when I started seeing all the Elvis comments. Um, but I wanna see everything that you have to say, so just bear with me. Oh, really? So Natalie says London trains have major delays and cancellations. Wow, that would be interesting. I mean, I don't know if he was out somewhere or something like that. I know he has a day job, right? Not on Sunday though, right? I don't know. But that's interesting. I could forgive him for that. Gail says, "How did you think you were clearing the planet doing DM's nonsense work?" That is a long answer to that question, so I can't answer it here. Um, Yeah, there's a long answer to that because it was a life that I was there. I was in there for my whole life. Um, you know? and we thought we were doing the right thing. Now, I didn't agree with David Miscavige and the different things, and I started getting super, super defiant at the end, but before that, you have a cult mindset, and when you don't have that mindset, you can't understand that mindset, but when you're in it with a cult mindset, you think through that lens. So you're willing to sacrifice things for the cause because the cause is the most important thing. Because you think it's the only salvation for man and that you're doing the right thing, you know? And until that's shattered, um, can it's like I don't know. It's impossible to explain. But it's not an easy answer, but I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea. Cult mindset. um, Thank you. Marilyn says we like your rambling, Amy. Thank you. Um, I feel like clicking on all of these, but oh my god, it's already 2 hours now. Let's see. We could chat about a particular topic, Amy. One topic I'm keen on speaking of is the effect on us physically. Uh-huh. Well, yeah. Anyway, there's a whole thing there, isn't there? That is a subject for a whole video. Maybe we do one together on that one, Danielle. Amy on 1.5x speed is hilarious. Oh, Cassie. I listen to a lot of things on 1.5 or 2x just to get through it because I wanna know what everyone is saying, and so much is being said, and I miss everybody's, um so much I miss still, even though I am what trying. Hi from now as a Christian, don't you find it offensive that the cult of Scientology uses our Christian holidays to fund Yeah, they do that, and they also use a cross to try to appear legitimate, which is seriously false advertising. Yeah, and sometimes they'll even wear, like, the dog collars or whatever, and have Sunday services just to appear like we knew when we were inside, it was only to appear legitimate as a religion. So, they know they're a sham when it comes to that kinda thing. But it's all okay because it's the cause, you know? Okay, Lucy says, "Welcome to visit me anytime, Amy. I'm a mountain guide that can take you on some beautiful hikes." Yeah, I can barely take walks right now, but yeah. Or just yeah, around the country. Where is that? Is that in Scotland? Where? Anyway, I love it. I would like to do like a video about travel ideas because you guys are such international people and you've been all over the place, and I don't know. And, I would love to know ideas of places and everything like that because we're gonna do it. Nothing's tying us down, we can just go and do it, and I want to do that for ourselves, Matt and I, you know? You're handling this like a pro. Really? I feel embarrassed, but I'm glad that you think so. PTS for life. I could jump on and chat with Amy if I had the link. Yeah, I don't know how to do that in the midst of the thing, and it's 2 hours off. Um, and I know that I'm probably question, when do I wanna do another live? We'll figure it out, Liz. After all the protests and stuff, we'll talk about everything that went on and how it went and everything, I think. What do you think about that? Um Duchess Diana, I'm hoping to interview Amy about her spiritual journey and others because her story is inspirational to me. Write to me. Write to me. I'm happy to do it. Um, somebody's saying I'm way behind. I know. Now I'm panicked. Thank you, Stephen. uh, Send out an Alex alert instead of an Amber alert. Um, I already answered that question. So the emoji, I don't know which one who has the emoji SPTV, if they're using the one from my channel or the one from Alex's channel, I'm not sure. But I have one and he has one, they're different. So I don't know which one. Um People always panic when there's any like silence or downtime and stuff, and I'm trying not to do that. Okay. I don't know what this says. It says Lisa, greetings from Colton's Point, Maryland. First landing 1633. Stay tuned for luxury Airbnb bungalow auction to benefit from after. What? Wow. Is Amy seeing this chat? Oh, yeah, I'm seeing it. Why? Am I missing something? Oh, probably because I'm so far behind. That's probably what's happening. What would happen if you flat refuse to submit to Scientology punishment order? You get sent to the RPF. If you refuse, you will be taken there by security guards. Put some people have refused. Be put. They don't have it now, but they used to have like the swamp area of the base where you would be put in the trailers and guarded. I was sent there for nothing. I was sent there one time. Anyway, I'm gonna go on a roll again, and it's getting late. But yeah, David Miscavige sent me out there one time because my husband attended an event that David Miscavige didn't think he should have attended. So I got put for 2 months under watch by myself, under guard at the swamp, doing heavy manual labor, living in the trailers where the rats were running. Not kidding. He said, "Do you know how much trouble you're in?" And I said, "Yes, sir." I didn't. And he goes, "No, you don't." And then I was escorted off to the stupid place. All my stuff was still in LA, you know, probably never even got any of it back. Anyway, the whole place sucks. Let's see. So that's what happens if you flat refuse. They'll figure it out because you don't really have a way of escaping. I should do a video with Jackson just to have it on my channel as well, because Jackson he was in charge of security, and they put in all this fencing and even fences 5 feet down so you couldn't dig under to get out. Um, This is from Bo Beats. Amy, I had a similar awakening regarding the Holy Spirit when I was 10 years old, fell into the Spirit and spoke in tongues, has stayed with me, and I don't go to church. I have my own relationship with God. Right. I have nothing against churches. I kind of say that reservedly because I do a little bit. um, but but it's things get really muddy in man's hands for some reason as soon as they think that they have some sort of control, but your relationship is your personal thing. And that's what I say, more power to you. Just have your own personal relationship. That's I support that 100%. Okay, trying to fly down here. Thank you. Because you paid for that, I had to put it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Where did I get the bee wall hanging? Yeah, I just ordered that. Like I was trying to get like a towel or something to cover my board behind me, because I use that board to write down like the upcoming things and chapters for my book or whatever I'm doing. It's my working board, so I can't have it up on my videos. And I don't want to erase it every time. So I was looking for a towel to put up, and then I just thought maybe I can find a bee towel. and I found a queen bee towel, and that's a towel. I think Amazon. Amy, when we were on the Apollo, we used to have big juice. Did this continue on land at the FLB or INT? It was just cordial to call big juice. I have no idea what that is. And so, no. I don't know what that is. Question, is there an RPF for public Scientologists? If not, do they know of the RPF for SO and staff? There is no RPF for public Scientologists, no. Do they know of the RPF? Yeah, you kinda get you see them sometimes running around even though we were supposed to be kept hidden, but, like, when I was on the RPF when I was 16 years old, the RPF cleaned the public bathroom, so we were running into public sometimes. That got canceled later on, but, yeah, they'll run into it, so they'll know that that there's people who, are on punishment. Sorry, I meant to hide that one. Okay, here we go again. Let's see. Yeah. Gail says, I saw a picture of Matt and Mark at the Alamo. Yeah, they did an audio project there together recently in San Antonio. I see you, my darling. Amy, can you please send a link to PTS for Life? He wants to join. I don't know who that is, number one, right? I'm sure I probably should, but I don't. Uh, and I no, I'm sorry. I would have if I was more prepared. Um, who is PTS for Life? I don't know. I don't know. I'm so here's PTS for Life. I don't know. Anyway, I will need to find out afterwards. I would love to meet you, PTS for Life. Sorry it couldn't be on this 2 hour ramble. You probably would have made it more interesting. Uh, okay, so okay. I'm gonna try to go fast until I see where it says question. Okay, question. How long has it been since fake Navy Davy has taken out the free winds across the Atlantic? The free winds only goes from Aruba to Curacao and back. Now it's at Damien Shipyard for repairs. Yeah, I don't know how long that's been. Um, some different people, subscribers or whatever, send me pictures of it being in the dock, but I don't know how long it's been. They should get that ship confiscated, in my opinion, because they use it as a prison ship. Because you're out at sea. How are you gonna get off of it? My friend who lived with us for a couple years, Don Jason, has an escape story of getting off of that free winds, and it's a miracle that he did it. And I posted it on my site. What did I call it? Man overboard. I called that video. You should see it if you haven't seen it, because it's a act of bravery to escape that ship for sure. He was very smart how he did it. Okay, I need to flip through this really fast because I know I'm way behind, and I'm sure you made a lot of comments, guys. Thank you, and I'll come back and see if there's anything that I don't acknowledge while we're on this live, um, and you want an answer. Can you go into on my site comments and then write your comment, and then I will answer there because I always see those. I don't see the ones that go under a comment. Like if if um if you write a comment and I answer and then you answer the answer, those sub ones I rarely see because how I answer my comments is I go into the studio and go into unanswered comments and it only shows me the top of things. It doesn't go. So anything that's unanswered I can see there, but not the underneath the ones. So start a new one if you want me to see it. Bless your heart, Kay. Thank you. KB says, Amy, while reading your book, it seemed like you were on the RPF all the time. Made me so mad. Once my son asked what on earth I was reading. LOL. Yes, I know. It's like punishing people. That's their joy, I guess. I don't know. Stephen, you ask about conditions on the RPS RPF. I described that a little bit. I won't go into that in more detail, but you think? I don't know. Filling dead air without batting an eyelid. That's funny. Uh, is the RPF co-ed? Oh yeah, it is. Yep. I mean, there's a wall between men and women, but yeah, or whatever. It depends on where you're at too. I've done the RPF at Flag. I've done the RPF in Los Angeles, and I've done the RPF at the Int base. And yeah. And when in these places, in different places. Oh, it's ridiculous. Has anyone beat me on the number of times going to the RPF? I don't know. I think I might hold a record. Amy, how do you cope when someone comes out as an SP and they have been abusive to you? I see Laura FM has had issues with people lately. It's conversation. It's really talking it through, really, It does happen. But it's conversations, and your heart has to be in the place to be able to have understanding and compassion for what they went through and what they were doing while they were there, and then just talk it through. I mean, it's going to take time for healing, for sure. I don't blame anybody if it takes time. I'm not sure if Amy will ever catch up with the comments. I think she knows how far. No, I don't actually know how far behind I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click to the very beginning right now. Okay, to the very top. I'm going to click to the very, very top. Okay, and I'm going to expand my screen. Okay, good. So now I'm all the way at the bottom, and I want to know who wants to get a book. So just say, book me, book me, book me. Hopefully you're going to be in the US because it costs a lot to send it overseas. But even if I pick you, I will send it to you, and I have always done that. So just say, book me, book me, book me. I'm going to pick a name, and I'm going to send you a book signed by myself and my husband. It's a paperback book, Scientology, Abuse at the Top, signed by Matt Pesh and Amy Scobie. Okay, and so I'm going to pick somebody. And I don't know, I've seen how Alex does this wonderful thing where it just scrolls and he picks and it picks itself or something. I wish I knew how to do that. I'm clicking and it's highlighting everything. Jen Sell, book me, please. Jen Sell. Well, you just won a book. So go ahead and send me your email. I'm going to go over to the banners here. This is my email. It's amy@scobypublishing.com. Send me an email with your mailing address, and I'll send you off the book. And this is my website. If anyone who wanted a book didn't get one, you can buy one at my scobypublishing.com. Scoby, you have to put a hyphen in there, scoby-publishing.com. Because somebody else took my Scoby Publishing website and they use it for gambling. I don't know why. They still have my stuff up on it, but it's a gambling site. It's weird. And I can't get it back. So I had to do a scoby-publishing.com. Anyway, so that's my website. You can buy my book there. This is my email if anyone wants to contact me directly. And please subscribe to my channel at queenbee-sp or Alex's channel at Apostate Alex, because we are streaming on his channel too. Anyway, I don't know. He's got these intros and outros, and I have no idea what they are, so I'm going to just leave it the way it is. And just say to everybody, thank you for being with me. Let me get that banner off of there. And I really appreciate that you took this time to be with me. And if I missed any of your comments that you really wanted me to see, just comment on this video. I'm going to change the name of it and change the what is it called? Thumbnail. So I'll change that to make it just a conversation with Amy. Anyway, love to all of you guys. Bye for now.